of the sectional championship game between New Trier and Lyons Township. Mark Florsch going to be the starting pitcher today for the Trevians with a record of 11-0. And welcome all the way down the line. It's that time of year again where things get truly exciting. And Florsch and the Trevians looking to go downstate for the first time in 4 years, I believe it is. Something like that. Last time that the Trevians made it this far was the last year with Coach Klein, who is here in attendance again today. The Trevians going with the standard on the field. Rosinski behind the plate. Florsch on the mound. The infield from first to third, Bader, Rogers, Deal, and Nelson. And the outfield of Tapley in left, Sharp in center, and DeRosa in right. Here's the first pitch of the ball game. Strike one. Said he went around, offered, and that's strike two. 0-2 the count. A ground ball through everything. Shouldn't have been, but it is. And a leadoff single. Man on in first. Leads away. Florsch looks in, delivers. Foul ball. Straight. Offered to bunt. Nelson ranged in from third. The sign from Rosinski. Florsch into the windup. Looks, throws to first. Runner back. Beautiful sunshiny day. Trevians looking for their 37th, I believe, victory on the year. 36th. There's a pitch high and away, a ball. The Lions players make a little noise. Pitch is low, a ball. At Niles West, the sectional. Winner of this game will play the winner of the only other game yet to play in the sectional between Mattoon and Chatham-Glenwood. I would expect Chatham-Glenwood to be the victor there. Here's the bunt, and it's a beaut. Picked up, throw to first, safe all around. Florsch hustled over there, but didn't get there in time, and everybody's safe. Two singles here, put two men on. 2 on.
Right there.
There's a strike, strike one. Looks like this umpire may be taking the low pitch here and calling them strikes. There's a ball outside. I would say probably the Trevians are going to go with the plethora of pitchers they have down the stretch. We'll see Peter Balliet, I'm sure, somewhere along the line here. Maybe even Andy Wilson. There's a strike. Particularly if the Trevians get a couple of runs ahead in these games. Now the pitch inside. Not by much. And it's a ball. 2 on, no out, top half of the first. And already the Lions are threatening here. Called third strike. First out of the inning.
Standing in the cleanup position, the left fielder, number 22, Jim Mahalik.
Here's Mahalik, the left fielder. It's a ball.
Hey, what do you say now, Mark?
We're actually kind of on the side. We're actually in the dugout of the New Trier Trevians for this one. Now the pitch on the way. Strike. That's another strike. I've noticed Mark Florsch is a little shaky usually in the first inning. And then he settles himself down and he becomes unhittable just about. Swinging a high pop-up foul and out of play. Right back over the screen. Two on, one out. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the Trevians trying to get out of this one. Cullen Rogers out to have a little quick word with Mark Florsch. Here's Holdman. And the pitch outside a ball. Ball one. Florsch ready to deliver. Throw to second. Nice low throw. Runner back nonetheless. I'll bet you that's what Cullen Rogers was talking to him about. Let's try it. Two on, two out. In the dirt, gets away. Pass ball, and everybody moves up.
Hey, no problem, no problem. No problem. Yeah, you got to back up.
So 2 men in scoring position for Scott Holdman. Lyons Township players making a little noise in their dugout, trying to get something going. That's a ball.
Hey, Mark. Let's go, kid.
Steer right to Holman. Beautiful sunshiny day. Great day for baseball. Great day to watch a great game. And it's kind of a question which New Trier team is going to show up today. The defensive one, the speed team, the pitching team, or the batting team. We'll see. There's a pitch high, and that's a walk to Holman. The bases are loaded.
14 outfield. Heading in the 60 position. Number 17,
Here's Buell, the first baseman for the Lyons Township contingent. Lyons Township in LaGrange, Illinois. The pitch on the way. Low and away, a ball. Bases loaded. 2 out. Lyons Township trying to dent the plate early, swinging a pop-up foul out of play. As we said, we're in the dugout here, so periodically you're probably going to see some of these New Trier players walking in front of the camera or leaning out in front of the camera. Hopefully we can keep that down to a minimum here. In the dirt low, a ball. Bases loaded. 2 out. Forsch has had to do the 2 outs himself with the strikeouts. Swinging the foul ball back. He's allowed 2 singles. One of them shouldn't have been. The first batter, who's sitting right now on third. And the second hit was a bunt that wasn't covered very well by the Trevians. Low, a ball.
We say no more.
Ground ball out to second, bobbled, picked up, throw, dropped by Bader. He is safe, but the runners have all advanced. Now a man going home, and they got the runner at second. Okay. Bader dropped the ball. The safe on an error. A 1-run scores. Another runner is caught at between second and third. And Holdman is out at second on the throw. And Eddie got that. 1-run scores on 2 hits. Here's DeRosa to lead off the Trevians half of the first. Buell was safe, as it turned out, on the dropped ball. 1 run scores. And the second man to cross the plate did not score because the Trevians made a play at second for the force out. There's a ball.
Come on, Timmy D.
That's a ball. 2-0. So we're run in. And the Trevians will have to work out of something of a hole, little dent. That's a ball. Tim DeRosa, the Roadrunner, leads it off here for the Trevians.
Come on, Tim.
Mark. Ball 4, and DeRosa draws the walk. Colin Rogers steps in. So DeRosa on at first. Colin Rogers. To look over. And there goes DeRosa, the pitch a ball. And DeRosa's got it stolen. Stolen base number 57 on the year for the Roadrunner. And DeRosa on at second. A bunt, foul. The new Trier Trevians, ranked 11th in the country, number 2 in the Midwest.
Come on, Hutch. Say, Dino.
Swing and a bounder up the middle, a base hit. Here comes DeRosa, and he'll score easily. Good throw. Throw back out to second, and Rogers goes in with the double with the second base. Took second on the throw. And with a man on second, here's Mark Florsch.
I'll give you a call in the morning. Okay, all right. Yeah, because I'm...
And it was a single, and DeRosa scoring. It turned out to be a little closer than everybody thought. Nice throw in, but DeRosa able to score, and Rogers goes to second on the throw home. Here's Mark Florsch. Florsch squares as if to bunt, takes the strike, strike one. Bob Rosinski on deck. Swing and a ground ball out to short. They have it. The throw in time. And there's one out. 6-3 put out. On the play, Rogers moves over to third, and that brings up Bob Rosinski. Now the pitch. Strike. Summer has finally arrived in Chicago, I think. Temperatures in the low 80s. Sunshiny. After a bitter spring this year. Swinging a ground ball. Foul. Rosinski bats, runner on third. One run in. Trevians have tied the game up after basically giving away a run in the top half of the inning. Low, a ball. One thing I notice about this Lyons Township pitcher, he plants that front foot rather than using it to propel himself forward. It's all in the arm motion. See? Swinging a little dribbler out to the shortstop. The long throw, threw it away. And Rosinski will go into second. Rosinski safe on the error, and the Trevians have the lead now, 2-1, as Rogers trots home. And here's Justin Nawadi. Nawada steps in with the bases. The Trevians in another player in scoring position with Bob Rosinski. Now the pitch on the way. A ball. Now the pitch again. Outside a ball.
Here comes your pitch right now.
Low a ball. Tapley on deck for New Trier. It's a strike, strike one. 3-1 the count. To Nawida. The pitch. Low, ball 4. Typical Trevians rally here. 2 runs on 1 hit.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 3, Mark Tapley.
Here's Tapley.
Hey, come on, Tap, 2, go, 3. Hey, line time, kid, what do you say? Come on, Pat. Everybody, get the man, let's go, kid, what do you say?
1 out, 2 on. Tapley takes a strike all the way. The Lyons Township infield starting to range in a little bit. It's slow, a ball. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Look around, the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Little dribbler foul off to the left. Mike Napoleon with the fielding of the ground ball. Foul.
Go, Tap. Come on, Tap.
Good crowd on hand today. Swinging a high pop-up. Foul, and it's going to go out of play off to the right.
Come on, Tap.
Runners lead off. Rosinski on second. Nawida on first. Tapley at bat. 2 runs in already in the inning. That's a ball.
Mark. Thanks.
Now the pitch. Swing and a ground ball. No one's going to get to this one. Safe all around. I can't believe they scored that as an error. But I would score that as a hit. But in any case, the second error. And the bases are loaded. And here's Bader, the first baseman today. Bases loaded, 1 out. Bader. Bats with Rosinski on third, Noida on second, Tapley on first. Now the pitch. A ball, ball one. Swing and a high fly ball. Short center. And Rosinski not going to go. Actually, that ball taken by the right fielder. Here's Andy Dale, 2 out. 3 on. Trevians leading by a run. Andy Dale. And there's a suicide squeeze to perfection. Everybody's going to be safe. Right down the line to perfection. And everybody's safe. And here's Sharp. J.W. Sharp steps in. With the bases still loaded. 3 runs in. Straight.
Hey, make something happen, 7. Put the ball flat, still kid.
2 out, 3 on. 3 in. Yeah, it's a ball. Now the ball goes into the dirt. Another ball. New Trier wins this one. They go downstate. Pitch is outside, a ball.
Hey, it's gotta be hooked. Got him where you want him. He's one.
Runner leads off. Runners lead off. Ball 4. They walk in a run. And here's DeRosa batting for the second time in the inning. As the Trevians have batted around. Tim DeRosa.
You got the other ball.
Bats for the second time. And a little indecision. Tapley at third, Deal at second, Sharp at first, and the pitch. Stay right. Swing and a miss. Strike two. The pitch in the dirt, a ball. Threatening to walk in another. DeRosa walked in the first time up in this inning. Stole second, came home on the single by Cullen Rogers to quickly tie up this ball game. Now there's a little ground ball through for the base hit. Run scores. Here's the play at the plate. Got him! Oh, my. And Deal out at the play of the plate, but Tapley comes across with another. And the Trevians come up with 5 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. And we'll be back with more. And we go to the second. Trevians leading it 5-1. A lot of action in that first inning. There's a pitch outside for a ball. Ball one. Strike two. Elstrom Stadium has been increased. One of the new Trier parents actually was involved in building that stadium, and originally sat about 4,000. It's now up to about 8,000. Strike three. That's one away. Here's Osborne, the center fielder. Strike. So there's plenty of room, and by the way, you might want to bring a picnic blanket along and catch that one. A little ground ball through for the base hit. Little single. Swing and a miss, strike.
Hey, 14! Top 14!
Here's Brookman. Batting with 1 on and 1 out. Floor sets and looks, delivers, outside a ball. Straight. The lead off first by Osborne. The pitch on the way. Tried to hold up, couldn't. Strike 3. Here's Jenna.
14 outfield.
2 strikeouts in the inning. That's 4 for the game already for Florsch. Pitch is low, a ball. Jenna singled and scored in the first. As part of that bizarre play that ended the first inning. Ball low. Bader dropped the throw from Cullen Rogers. And in the process, like a Chinese fire drill, people took off and went various places because the umpire called the batter out, even though Bader had dropped the ball. And so the Trevians managed to get a force out at second that ended the inning. A ball, and Jenna draws a walk. Here's Thomas, the second baseman.
Jay, come in, couple.
Gesundheit. Tried to hold that in. That's a ball. Now you know what cameramen do when they have to sneeze. You hold the camera and pray. 2-on. 2-out. He went around. That's a strike. In the dirt, a ball. Got away from Rosinski a little bit, but not far enough for anybody to move up. Now the pitch. It's a ball. And Florsch not happy with his deliveries right now. You can tell a little frustration mounting on his face there. Swing and a pop-up. Going foul. Bader moves over. Under it. Has it. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We move to the bottom half of the second, with the Trevians leading it 5-1. Rogers, Florsch, and Rosinski do up. There's the Suntan Patrol. A little early in the year, I guess. Haven't quite got there. The pitch on the way. It's a strike. Strike one to Cullen Rogers. The pitch. In the dirt, a ball. Strike. Swing and a fly ball out to left center. It is going to drop in. And Rogers going to go in with a stand-up double. And here's Mark Florsch. Florsch grounded out last inning. Short first, but advanced the runners along. The runner, singular, Cullen Rogers. Then a couple of dropsies and a couple of walks, sandwiched between two singles, and the Trevians dented the plate 5 times in the first. Pitch is high and outside, a ball. It's a strike. And on the pass ball, Rogers moves over to third. Man on third. Runners pull in, looking for a play at the plate. Strike. Bob Rosinski on deck. 1 on, no outs. Bottom of the second. That's a ball. Ball 4, and Florsch draws a walk.
Now batting the catcher, number 24, Bob Rosinski.
And here's Rosinski. He was safe on an error back in the first. Seems like ages ago. This has been a very slow ball game. Approaching almost an hour already, and we're only in the bottom of the second. Throw to first, and Florsch back. Ball is outside. Nawida on deck. Swinging a slow roller out to second. Throw to first. Got him. Double play. But on the play, coming home is Coleman Rogers. 6-4-3 and out on the double play. But Rogers scores. And here's Noeda. So again, the Trevians get a run on just one hit. And the quick base running of the Trevians puts another run on the board. Now the pitch, low, a ball. Like I said, what's interesting, watch this pitcher. He plants that forward foot, and then the arm comes forward. So all the impetus is in the arm, not in getting a little boost with that foot and pushing off in the single motion. That's a strike. If you put that foot down first, you can't push off with your back foot off the slab. Swinging a ground ball. One hopper over to third, and that takes care of that. In the inning, one run, one hit, and no one left. Trevians lead at 6-1. We'll be back with the third inning in just a moment. Start the third inning. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the Lyons Township Lions lineup. Say that a couple of times fast. There's a strike. Lyons Township, 1 run, 3 hits, and 2 errors. The Trevians, 6 runs on 4 hits and a single bobble. And that was a beaut in the first. Strike 3, caught him looking again. Here's Mihalik. He went down swinging in the first. That's the coach yelling there. Yelling encouragement to his left fielder, Jim Mihalik. Strike 1. It's a ball. Straight. Florsch getting a little more aggressive on that mound, taking the ball and firing it a little bit. Strike 3, caught him looking. And here's Holman.
Next batter for the Lions, the designated hitter, Scott Holman.
Here's Holman. He walked and was forced out in the first to end that inning. Pitch is low, a ball. Big boy. Lions have a pitcher warming up down the line. That's a strike. Swing and a fly ball out to center. And Sharp has it for the out. 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. And nobody left. And so we go to the bottom half of the third. Tapley, Bader, and Deal due up for the Trevians. And here's Mark Tapley to lead it off. Tapley safe on an error and scored back in the first. One of the 2 errors in the inning. Here's a pitch outside for a ball. Low and away, a ball. 2-0. As we said, got to excuse these players walking in front of us, but we're actually in the new Trier dugout, so one of the problems of shooting from this level is, and at this particular location, is the fact that people get in your way. There's a strike. So you'll hear me complaining on occasion on the tape here too, about players getting into my way. Foul ball back. Now the pitch in the dirt, a ball. Now the pitch. That's a ball. And Tapley draws a walk. And that brings up Pat Bader. Here's Bader, the first baseman. And I'll tell you, for that bobble in the first inning, although the tape wasn't on, Coach Napoleon made a very strong point with Mr. Bader about catching baseballs. After the first, when Bader dropped that ball, here's a strike. The runner leads off. Throw the first, and it got away. Score that as an error. I'm not. Scored on the error on the first baseman, I think. Third error of the game. And Bader has a man in scoring position here in the third. To look back, the pitch. High, a ball. Andy Deal on deck. Deal with that beautiful sacrifice suicide squeeze. Got the single out of it. Back in the first. Trevians batting here in the third. It's a ball. One thing about this new Trier team, there are they play these games and you think how they hit, no one's going to beat them. There are other times when you look at it why aren't they scoring? By that I mean, they're hitting, and why aren't they scoring 56 runs in each game? There's a ball in the dirt, gets away, and Tapley will trot on over to third on the pass ball. Or was that a wild pitch? Scored as a wild pitch. So Tapley on at third with nobody out. And then there are times when you look at this team and you go, they're a bunch of speed demons. They just run bases like crazy. Why doesn't everybody look like the road runner with about 50 stolen bases? A ground ball to second. And Tapley will wisely stay where he is at third. And there's one away. Andy Deal now going to bat.
Now batting, the shortstop, Andy Deal.
Here's Deal. And then there are times when this, as we mentioned on our broadcasts, they went a week there where they allowed a grand total of like 7 hits for 5 games or 4 games. So it's a lot of things that the Trevians do. And then the game that got them here against Stevenson, it was all the fielding. Really wasn't a lot of hitting. Trevians didn't hit well. Justin White able to keep that ball down on the ground, and the infielders able to scoop that thing up.
Come on, Deal. Hey, Deal.
Now the pitch. Swing and a fly ball. Out to center. Scored as a sacrifice. No problem. Tapley will trot home. And with 2 out, here's J.W. Sharp to bat. The Trevians get a run without a hit. A walk, an error, a wild pitch, and a sacrifice fly. Produces another run. And J.W. Sharp, who walked back in the first, forcing in a run, gets a strike. And yes, for those of you that do score, Sharp does get a credit with a run batted in. There's a bunt. Picked up by the pitcher, throws not in time. And Sharp infield single on the bunt. And that brings up Tim DeRosa. In his 2 plate appearances previously, both in the first inning, DeRosa walked, stole second, and scored a run, and hit that single that ended the inning on the peg to the plate that got Deal. And there goes the runner, and he makes it to second without a throw. So Sharp with the stolen base as the ball got away. That is a bug down on the bottom there. We have a visitor. A visitor to the camera. The ball gets away, and another pass ball. Score that as a wild pitch. Second wild pitch of the inning. And Sharp moves over to third. Coach having a rather animated conversation, it sounds like, with the pitcher. Run around at third. And the Trevians have been able to go with abandon here in this inning. Sharp stolen base and a wild pitch puts him on third. Tapley scores on an error, wild pitch, and a sacrifice fly here in the third.
Hey, here comes your pitch, boy.
As the Trevians leading 7-1. Taking all the way, there's a strike. '57 stolen bases on the year for the Roadrunner. Batting now. Swing and a fly ball. Down the right field line, giving chase. Oh, sensational catch in foul territory. And that ends that in the inning. 1 run on 1 hit. An error, and there was 1 man left. We go to the 4th inning. Here's Buell to lead it off. I'll tell you, I wouldn't want the job of having to scout New Trier, because just when you think you have them pegged on one thing, where there's a weakness, the following game, that's their strength. And I mean, it's been like this all season long. There's a strike. Buell leading it off. He's the first baseman here in the 4th. Didn't go around the ball. We're in the 4th. Strike 3, caught looking. At strikeout number 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. In 4 innings for Florsch. Here's Kerr. Strike. Swing and a fly ball. That's going deep. Back goes Tapley. Can't hold on to it. And Kerr going to go into second with the double. He got a good swing at that, but he was actually a little off balance. And here's Osborne, who was singled and was stranded at second. In the second. Batting here in the 4th. Here's Osborne, the bat. Florsch into the windup. The delivery in the dirt for a ball. And again in the dirt, a ball. Brockman on deck. Swinging a ground ball out to second. Rogers has it, throws to first. And on the play, Kerr goes on down to third.
Now batting the catcher, Sean Whitman.
14 outfield.
Ostrander, rather. The catcher. There's a strike. We didn't get a lineup, so we're trying to pick up the names off the PA here. And what can I say? In the dirt, a ball. 1 on, 2 out in the 4th. The new Trier Trevians and the Lyons Township High School Lions. That's a ball. Now the delivery, high pop-up. Foul. Lozinski giving chase, but he'll run out of room. Bob's changed his hairstyle since the basketball season. Basketball season, he had a buzz cut. Let his hair grow again. Swinging a ground ball up by Deal. Nice pickup throw. Got him. Oh, my. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. And Colin Rogers will lead it off. It'll be Rogers, Florsch, and Rosinski.
Go, Dino!
Colin Rogers, nicknamed Dino. Called by some of his teammates. Strike on the knees. Rogers has singled and doubled and scored twice. Gotten an RBI on the single in the 1st. Bringing home DeRosa, who had gotten to second on the stolen base, his 57th of the year. And the delivery in the dirt, a ball. Swing and a high pop-up foul down the line. Everybody giving chase. No one will get to it. Down that left field line and over by the New Trier bullpen where Andy Wilson getting in some pitches. Somewhere in the weekend and Florsch for 2 of them. The question is, who's going to be that other pitcher? That's a ball. That is, assuming they get there. We still have to get done with this one, and then you take 1 game at a time at this juncture of the season. And ball 4. Rogers draws the walk. Here's Florsch.
End it.
Trevians leading it 7-1. And these are the players batting now that you want to see some production out of. Your 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Rogers has been on 3 times. Florsch has been on once, grounded out in the first and walked in the second, batting here in the fourth. In the dirt, a ball. Runners lead off. Slow throw to first. Not a very good pickoff move if that's the best he's got. The pitch high, a ball. There goes the runner. The throw, and never did get it away on the pitch in the dirt.
Now batting the catcher, Bob Rosinski.
Oh, ground out. Okay. A ground out. Florsch got a hold of that one and a little dribbler back to the pitcher, a 1-3 put out, but Rogers goes to second. I thought that was a stolen base. Here's Bob Rosinski with one on and one out now. That wasn't to the pitcher, that was to the first baseman. Went right to him, right down the line. Rosinski. A long fly ball. Deep to left. The left fielder has it. And Rogers will stay put on second with two out. Here's Justin Nwide. Nwide was safe in the first on a walk. Came home to score. Grounded out the end the second, third the first. There's a strike. We're in the fourth. Now the pitch. A ball. Low and away. Bounced around a little bit. Gets away. Nobody going to go, though. Didn't get far enough away for Cullen Rogers to advance. Look back to second. Couple times. Then to delivery. That's a ball. When you start looking back more than once, you're going to be in trouble with that pitch. Swing and a ground and a base hit. That's going to score a run. Line shot off to right center. And Nwide brings home Cullen Rogers. Rogers scores for the third time. And that brings up Mark Tapley. Tapley has scored twice, although he hasn't had a hit. He walked and was safe on an error. Throw to first. The runner back. We're in the fourth inning in a game that is rather lengthy. There goes the runner. There's the pitch, and they got him. Caught stealing. In the inning, 1 run, 1 hit. No errors and nobody left. And we're started in the 5th. It's a ball 1. New Trier Trevians, 8 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They've left 4. Lyons Township, 1 run, 4 hits, 3 errors. And they've left 4 on base. Mark Floor struck out 7. As we're into the 5th inning. It's a ball. Jenna fouls it off. Leadoff man for the Lyons The Lyons lineup. And the Trevians playing off the line for the leadoff batter in the Lyons lineup. Trying to think of any other ways I can say that. There's a ball. And the pitch, swinging a ground ball through for the base hit. And Scott Thomas will bat.
Second baseman Scott Thomas.
We're in the 5th inning. There's Tim DeRosa out in right.
Top 14 outfield.
Jenna leads off, swing and a miss. Strike 1. I figured out what that number yelling means, but I won't say anything. Throw to first, and the runner, Joe Jenna's back in time. Dusts himself off. Pat Bader, first baseman for the Trevians. Today, Mark Florsch on the mound. Swing and a miss. Time called. The ball got away from the catcher down in the bullpen. He actually was on the field. Should have been a no pitch. That bounded into the field before that pitch was gone. Oh, high, a ball. And Rosinski doing a good job of getting up and getting that. As I said, Bob Rosinski, I mentioned it on my broadcast a couple weeks ago, Bob Rosinski reminds me very much in his style of play. Caught looking, the 8th strikeout. Reminds me of Dan. He reminds me very much of Dan Wilson, the all-star catcher with the Barrington Broncos, and then went on, is currently the starting catcher for the Seattle Mariners. There's a ball. I'll tell you something that Bob does very well. And not only does he block that plate well and throw to second well, but he also controls the game well. Foul ball. Tapley gave it a chase, but he couldn't get to it on that deep fly ball by Fisher. Fisher's been caught looking twice. middle of both teams' lineups have been quiet at the plate, although the Trevians got the benefit of a error and a walk in there for Florsch and Rosinski. They're 3 and 4 hitters. The Lyons Township 3-4 hitters have struck out 4 times. There's a pitch low in the dirt, a ball. Swing and a pop-up off to the right, and that's going to go out of play. Actually, Bob is a little bit heavier than Dan Wilson was. Dan was also one of the goalies, played for Barrington in the hockey. The pitch on the way, swing and a line shot. And caught in center. Oh, Fisher finally gets a little wood on the ball, or in this case, aluminum. And here's Mihalik now with 2 out, 1 on. Jenna got a leadoff single, and he's been standing there ever since. Whoops, better not stand too far away. Throw to first, and Jenna just barely back in time. The delivery by Florsch is ball. Swinging a high pop-up. Out of play.
No, Naperville's out.
Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Yeah, we got a lengthy one today. We're only in the 5th. There goes the runner. There's a pitch. That's a strike, and that's a strikeout. Everybody forgot about that one as the runner, they made the throw on down there, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit. No errors, and 1 man left.
Hey, Dan. He's at 92 right now.
Tapley will lead it off. Tapley was up there when Justin Nwade was caught. Nwade was caught stealing in the 4th, so he'll get a whole new count here in the 5th. The Trevians, besides the first inning when they scored 5 runs on 3 hits, and the next 3 here have scored 1 run on 1 hit to lead it 8-1. A ball down in the dirt. Now the delivery, swing and a miss. Mark Tapley. As we said, Tapley safe on an error, scored back on the 1st. Now he gets hit by a pitch. So without hitting, he's been on base 3 times. Safe on an error. He walked, went to second on a throwing error on the pitcher, trying to pick him off. Went to third on a wild pitch and scored on a single from J.W. Sharp in the 3rd. And now is hit by a pitch here in the 5th. Kind of the hard way of getting on base, but he has scored 2 of the Trevians' 8 runs. And Cullen Rogers has scored 3. Throw the first, and Tapley back easily. Here, Pat Bader, batting now, flew out in the first and grounded out in the third. A high pop-up down the line, everybody giving chase, but they'll run out of room off that right field beyond the fence. Nice to see so many of the New Trier alumni out here today. Jerry Happ, Scott Filippini, and many of the other basketball players from that number 4 team finished 4th in state last year. They're all out here. Jack Kidd also here. There's a ball low. Former New Trier coach Klein here. There's a swing and a fly ball out to right. And the right fielder has it easily. And there's one away. As Tapley scampers back to first.
The center field is Corey Ketchum, who replaced Osborne. Stepping in to hit for the Trevians. Shortstop Andy Deal.
Here's Deal. As Osborne now pitching for the Lyons Township squad. Ball in the dirt. Ball 1. Andy Deal. Sacrifice fly in the third, bringing home Tapley. And singled. And was out at home trying to score on DeRosa's second at bat in the first inning, a single that DeRosa hit to right. Tapley leads off. There he goes again, swinging a ground ball out to second. Bobble, 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 picks it up, nowhere to go with it. Scored as an error.
Top batting, the center fielder, James Sharp.
They have changed Rosinski's error to a hit back in the first, so that's now a hit. They originally scored it as an error. Swing and a miss. So J.W. Sharp bats. Rosinski now, instead of scoring that as an error in the first, that's a hit. The Trevians now score it with 7 hits. 8 runs on 7 hits. The pitch. Swing and a ground ball to short. Over to one. Oh, throw to first, not in time. And scored as a fielder's choice. Tapley moving to third. And here's Tim DeRosa. The Roadrunner steps in. You're in the 5th. DeRosa bats. Throw to first. With a look around. There was a throw to first and runner back. There's a pitch low, a ball. J.W. Sharp on at first on the fielder's choice. Tapley on at third. There goes the runner, little foul ball. And DeRosa probably would have beaten that out had that been an actual bunt, had that been a fair ball, but as it is, just a foul strike. So in 39 baseball games, Tim DeRosa with 57 stolen bases. That's pretty good. Swinging a little ground ball. Third baseman has it, throws to first, and that'll do that. In the inning, no runs, no hits, and 2 left. And we're in the 6th inning. Swing and a pop-up. Off to the right, and Bader will run out of room. New Trier Trevians, 8 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They've now left 6 on base. Lyons Township, 1 run, 5 hits, 3 errors. They've left 5. And the delivery. Swing and a foul ball out of play. Coleman batting. Walked and was forced out in the first. Fly out in the third. Batting here in the 6th. Following a rocky first inning. Flores has been pretty solid out there. Swing and a hot shot through again for a base hit. Here's Buell. And a pinch runner going in for Holman. So Buell the pitch is high, a ball. Strike. Runners lead. Runner leads. Swing and a ground ball to second. Over to first. Oh, way wide. And Cullen Rogers is hot. I think he thought that was a interference call. So scored fielder's choice and an error. But to be perfectly honest with you, that sure looked like interference. The runner was way off, and Cullen Rogers not too happy. You can... And Rogers saying it was my fault, although, quite frankly, the throw was my deal. And Kerr batting with a man on second and 1 away. Rogers, that really was a double play ball. And Deal bothered as he got that ball away and unable to make a clean throw. And threw it away, actually. Swing and a foul ball off to the right. Again, we apologize for some of those 2 Trier players walking it away, but we're in the dugout. It at one of the entrances to the dugout. So they got to go by us to get into the dugout. Particularly coming in from the bullpen. There's a pitch in the dirt, a ball, and Lazinski, a nice job of stopping that. 59-footer by Mark Florsch. Uncharacteristically, a lot of pitches by Florsch today. Swing and a fly ball. Out to left. Tapley has it. For out number 2 of the inning. And that brings up Osborne, who is moved over to pitch. Alan Osborne. Like I said, very difficult to do a scouting report on these Trevians because they do so many different things in different places. There's a fly ball, little flare off to the right and out of play. Florsch looks around, delivers, swinging a ground ball to third. The throw, oh my, a brick, and a run will trot in. Error on Nelson. That ball got away from him, and a floater. And the benefit of really no hit. 2 errors here. The Lyons Township Lions dent the plate with another run. Pinch batter. And I'm sure we'll have a re-entry here for the catcher, Joe Ostrander. The ball high and away. Florsch delivers. Low. And a strike, though. On the knees. And again, the Lions team making with the noise. Called strike on the outside corner. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that takes care of that. In the inning, 1 run on 1 hit, although the hit didn't play a part in that. 2 errors and 1 man left. Cullen Rogers will lead it off here in the 6th. Trevians have left 6 on through 6 innings. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Cullen Rogers been on base 3 times, scored 3 times, single, double, and a walk. Ground ball to first. They flip over in time. Not in time. He missed the base. Score it as an error. is the way they're doing that. And Mark Florsch. Missed the bag. Osborne going over there and cover. Missed the bag, and here's Florsch. Florsch has been quiet at the plate. But has been his usual self out on that mound after the first inning. I don't know what they said there. I think they said he went. Throw to first. Rogers back. So Cullen Rogers been on base 4 times in 4 plate appearances. Pitch is a ball. .55-footer bounces in. Alan Osborne on in relief here in the 6th. Swing and a miss.
Chris. Out of the way, please. Yeah.
Now the delivery. Swing and a high pop-up. Going over by the fence. Out of play. The beautiful weather. Temperatures in the 80s. Nice breeze blowing in from right field. There goes the runner, swing and a miss. There's the throw, not in time, gets out to center field, but Rogers unable to advance. The second baseman in the way. So Florsch out on the strikeout. And here's Bob Rosinski, who has that error in the first inning has been changed to a hit. So he has singled and scored a run. Grounded into a double play that scored Cullen Rogers in the second and flew out to left. In the 4th. Batting here in the 6th. Pitch is low, a ball. Now the pitch. Inside, a ball. Now the delivery. Strike. 6th inning. Low, a ball, and Rosinski draws a walk. So first and second occupied with Trevs. And here's Justin Nuede. And O'Brien going to come in and run for Bob Rosinski. So Dennis O'Brien on it first for Rosinski. And I'm sure Bob will re-enter. We don't want to take out that defensive catcher in a game like this. Too important, a sectional game. The sectional championship. Strike one to Justin Nuede. Runners lead off again. Delivery. Here's a ground ball. A line shot and the double play. make it a line shot DP, 6-3. And that does that. In the inning, no runs, no hits. A walk, and one left. Into the 7th inning of this one, and the Trevians with a couple of changes. Peter Balliet on in relief. Mark Florsch moves over to first. John Spellman has come in to play third. Peter Balliet swinging a fly ball out to right, and a nice running catch by Tim DeRosa, flagging that one down. And Jenna is out for out number 1 here in the 7th. Here's Thomas.
Please. Thank you.
Trevians trying to finish this one off and head downstate. There's a strike. Swinging a excuse me foul off to the left. My guess is that Peter Balliet will be the other pitcher if the Trevians finish this one off and head downstate. There's a foul ball back. The Trevians would use Newide for one, Florsch for another, and Balliet. There's a fly ball, pop foul, and taken by Spellman in foul territory. On the left side, and that brings Fisher, the number 3 batter and the last hope of these Lions, as the Trevians, as George Martin gets the parents to scream about going downstate. There's a ball outside. Now the pitch. That's a ball.
Go, Balliet. Come on, 5.
Mahalik on deck. The 3 and 4 hitters. I suppose if you're down to your last out, you want your number 3 and 4 hitters up there. The pitch, swing and a base hit right up the middle. And Fisher on, brings up Mahalik, the power hitter for the Lions. Fisher on at first, the shortstop. Mahalik. The pitch on the way, swing and a fly ball down the line, left field line, gets past Tapley, all the way to the wall, rebounding around there. Tapley has trouble picking it up. Run will score, and into third goes Mahalik. Score it as a triple. And an RBI triple at that, with 2 out and a run in. Peter Balliet trying to finish this one off. Tapley got turned a little bit the wrong way. A high fly ball. And Cullen Rogers clamps it, and the ball game's all over. We'll be back in just a moment to finish this one up. To make it downstate with the victory today. The final tallies on this one for the Trevians: 8 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors. They left 8. And for Lyons Township, 3 runs, 8 hits, 4 errors. They left 7. Mark Florsch is the winner. His record now goes to 12-0. On the process of the game, he struck out 8 and walked just 2. So join us as we go on and continue our playoff coverage of the New Trier Trevians in the playoffs. Final score again, the New Trier Trevians make it downstate and win it by a score today of 8-3 over the Lyons Township Lions. Mark Florsch the winner. And join us for our next broadcast. Until we see you again, remind you this broadcast